Hi YouTube, it's Mr.Burp and I have a Wi-Fi battle against VIVIAN. I think she's a girl because she used a female sprite and VIVIAN is kind of a girl name. So she leads off with Axie, as I lead off with Axie's brother as Elf. I taunt Axie first, which is great because she wants to set up stealth rocks. Then she U-turns out as I set up my own stealth rocks. So now she shoots into Spirit Tomb and I can't hit this thing with explosion, so I'm just gonna fire blast. She Will-O-Wisps me, but I don't care for the Will-O-Wisp because I don't carry physical attack except for explosion, which I can't use in the Spirit Tomb. So I fire blast again just to get some damage out of this thing. And she decides to go for a Dark Pulse, which will of course knock out my Azelf, since it's fairly weak. Then I switch into my Jolteon because it will outspeed this thing for sure, and I Thunderbolt the Spirit Tome for the kill, and the Spirit Tome does die. So now she switches back into Axie. I go for the Shadow Ball because it's super effective. It does a decent amount of damage as she sets up the light screen. I'm not sure that Shadow Ball is gonna kill, but I decide to go for the Shadow Ball again, and it doesn't kill. But yeah, it doesn't matter. So she sets up the Stealth Rocks as I decide to go for a Thunderbolt, and Axie goes down. Now she switches into this Metagross, and I didn't want to switch out, so I went for a Shadow Ball, which when I'm looking at this is kind of a bad play because Thunderbolt would have been better since it's stabbed, but yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. The Meteor Mesh takes out Jolteon, and now I can safely switch in my Heatran. And because Heatran is faster, she has to switch out because Fire Blast will kill, and switches into Vaporeon. And I predicted that very well, and I set up my substitute. Now I go for the Toxic, because a Toxic Vaporeon is great for me and is really bad for her. So she surfs, which is kind of obvious, and now of course I have to switch out with my Heatran, because I don't want to sub up again, because yeah, I can't keep doing that. So I switch into my Skarmory, kind of to stall her. Yeah, she decides to go for the Surf. The Surf will be a 2-hit KO, seeing how much damage it does. But yeah, I decided to roost up. So I roost, getting almost back at full health, as she decides to go for the Surf again. And yeah, since she goes for Surf, I'm pretty sure that she doesn't have Hidden Power Electric, which is great for me because now I can safely switch into my Gyarados, which I do. Oh, I got a message. I'm sorry for that. And so I switch into my Gyarados, and she decides she went for a Surf, but yeah, that does like nothing to Gyarados since it's Water type, and the poison is really tearing this Vaporeon apart. So now I'm go for the Dragon Dance, which is kind of obvious, as she decides to go for the Ice Beam, which does decent damage, but not really much. Yeah, so she switched into a Fortress, so I could switch out into my Dusknoir to take the explosion, because that's the reason why this thing switches in, but I decided to go for the Waterfall, and I'm betting on the flinch, and I do get the flinch, and now I get a crit, but I'm pretty sure that that crit didn't matter, because yeah, the Fortress was within knockout range, so she switched into Metagross to revenge kill my Gyarados with Bullet Punch, and that's great for her, because now Gyarados is gone, and yeah, that's always good. So now I switch into Dusknoir to take the Meteor Mesh, because yeah, I'm pretty sure that Dusknoir can live a Meteor Mesh, and he does live the Meteor Mesh, and I decided to go for the Will-O-Wisp, because a Burnt Metagross is great, because yeah, it's a physical attacker, and yeah, I get the burn off as Metagross, he decides, I'm sorry, she decides to go for the Meteor Mesh again, but of course it isn't gonna kill, I go for the Pain Split to heal and to do some damage, and yeah, she's suffering from a burn, and that's great for me, of course, and I decided to switch into Skarmory to take the Meteor Mesh, because Skarmory can take a Meteor Mesh, and he Ice Punches, but yeah, that does like nothing to the Skarmory, yeah, so now she goes for Thunder Punch, because I went for the whirlwind, so I always have to go later. But I get paraxed, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I whirlwind Stingray to scout her last Pokemon, and her last Pokemon is an Infernape. And I'm like, oh my god, that really sucks, because Infernape can counter like anything I have left in this team. I didn't want to risk switching into Heatran, because yeah, close combat would have killed Heatran, and scar me too, I think. So now I switch into Dusknoir, which of course is immune to the close combat, so yeah, I didn't want to risk too much. She Thunder Punches Dusknoir, and I get paraxed, but I Thunder Punch, and I also get paraxed on Infernape, and that, I think, wins me the match, because, yeah, with Infernape paralyzed, my Heatran will outspeed this thing, and I can Earth Power it for a kill. So, the Overheat doesn't take out my Dusknoir, but it really doesn't matter because I get paraxed anyway. And now I'm sorry, she decides to go for another Overheat. She gets a useless crit, and she takes out my Dusknoir. So now I switch into my Heatran, which of course is able to kill out her entire team. Hello, entire team. She only has 2 Pokemon left. So I take out the Infernape, and I am going to take out her next Pokemon, which is Metagross. And yeah, it was a good game and lots of fun. And it's the first time that this team really works for me. I have it for a while now, but yeah, it doesn't seem to work, except for now. It did work. There was a point in this game I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win for sure. I have like more Pokemon left and blah 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 blah. But in the end, I end up winning with 1 Pokemon against 0. So yeah, really good game, Vivian. I hope you watch this video, because I'm uploading it especially for you. So yeah, good game, comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye!